or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible. I read the game. I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss. Then my teammates got the.
All right, Coach, we have a perfect day for football. The roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go. Wait, that's 53. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Throwing to start the drive. King. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Throwing on 1st down. King. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, dude.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. King. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Here's King, throwing on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Sanders has got it complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picture.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. King now to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That's how you score.
From 13 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Brady now to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Leonard Fournette, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's taken in at the 9. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Check, watch 54. 54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
King, a final shot before break. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Let go. Mike 54. Watch the run, watch the run. Go. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Go, go. Take off. Check that.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley.
Push it back. Push it back.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made it nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll run forward Barkley. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Hey, roll 66.
from the gun on third down. Brady, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
For the field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to try and throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for them. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. On second down, Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 42. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looking to throw. King. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Brady. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Fournette. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now. The 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brady, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. After the sack on first down, Brady firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Alabama, 380. 3.
To throw on third down. Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First down, Tennessee.
I got you, Pop.
A first down carry for Barkley. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep them.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught by Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And some room to work. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a